welcome to my channel. My name is Chioma Scott, and I just feel like I should go live to, you know, so that we can have a chat, questions and answer time on what you feel about fashion designing, things you don't understand. Now, basically, I have a lot in mind, and along the line, if there's anybody that has any question, you're free to join. It's an interactive class. So, I have been in this fashion business for about 3 years, but online, I don't, put in much effort because I do another job. And a lot of people have sold out their sewing machines to start a trade or something else. They've just sold out their machines. If you check mostly on in the market, you're going to see fairly used machine more than new ones. People are leaving this line of business, and I think the reason why it's like that is because we don't you people don't support the fashion designers, especially the upcoming ones. You people don't support them. Why I say that is, you will do you will call a makeup artist, and the makeup artist will come over, and this is not even a professional makeup artist, maybe a trainee will come over, and you know the person will charge you 15K for just light makeup, because I know there are grade standard of makeup. I don't know if I'll call it layers, but they have different types of makeup and different prices. They'll give you price. You guys will not even bother, because you know it is a fixed price, and guess what? You will patronize them. Even down to lash tech, the people that do lash extensions, they have a fixed price, and when they give it to you, you guys don't price, you will buy. You go to the salon to make your hair, and they give you price. You also don't negotiate, even if you want to even remove money. Let's say like 2,000, that's what you remove. And these professions, they will do it for like, if a makeup artist wants to do makeup on your face, within 30 minutes that makeup artist is done. If you go to a salon for installation, or you want to do this kind of hair, within, let's say, 1 day, they are done. But now when you come to us tailors, and you want to make a dress, the least day that a tailor can finish a complete dress, if the tailor does not have an apprentice or an helper, it's just her that will go to the market to source for materials. She would create a time to cut, and other things like that. And if the tailor wants to be fast, now let me even remind you that tailors work overnight. They work We work overnight. And even with the overnight, sometimes we use 3 days to finish a dress. And then when we give you price, you guys, the way you slash the price, So guys, sorry for going down. um I think I'm network issue. So these are one of the problems that we fashion designers go through. And I would say that if you're starting a fashion business, don't do too much. Don't do more than you can. After you must have done your um what's it called, the basic training, you can even learn from the comfort of your home. You don't even need to go to those classes and spend too much, put hand where your hand no reach. Exactly, that's it. So you can learn from the comfort of your home. But if you know that you're somebody that when you're in the house you won't take it seriously, especially when you're on that your bed, you will not have that energy, that zeal to want to do any work. So you can just start from your home. You can go to those small shops to learn. The basic thing you need to know about fashion designing is even in those small small shops. I'm telling you. You see all those people, what you cannot do is, what I used to tell the people under me is that if you want to learn more about these things, go to those small small shops. Then from there, instead of you to now advance yourself, just go and work under somebody that is already established, a known person, a known fashion designer. Go and work under that person. The person will be paying you, and although you also be giving your own idea out because you'll be working, they'll be paying you, but inside that work that you are working, you'll be learning. You understand? Than all those class that you people go for. You say you're going for corset class, corset training, suit training, this one training, and you are promoting that person's business. You're looking for money to buy material, you're sourcing for material, you're sewing suits, you're sewing gowns. Some of you don't even complete those dresses. Maybe na your colleague go come help una complete am. Is that bad? Everybody wants to go into fashion designing without knowing the do's and don'ts. And that's why at the end of the day, it's easy for you to just give up. You will not be thinking that, did I make the wrong choice? Did I learn the wrong skill? Why am I not even getting customers? If you are good in your job, you will get customers. In my streets now, I have about seven tailor shops, if I'm not even mistaken. 6 to 7 tailor shops. And in those tailor shops, I still have my customers, and I sew from home. I don't I'm even in my compound. There's a tailor upstairs. In my compound, I'll be peddling machine. She will also be peddling machine. So that's how rampant it is. But I know I have my customers. Hi, welcome in. I am good in what I am good in. I'm not scared, because I know that if I make dresses for anybody, if I make your clothes, you will always come back. So I make my clothes to perfection, and I give you my price. Even if I am in the mainland, even in the deepest part of the mainland, I still stay on my fair price. I give you a fair price because I know the environment that I am in. So I give them that fair price. So what I am saying is, you should know what you are going into. If you want to learn, thank you so much. Thank you. What's your name? So if you want to learn fashion designing, be sure of what you are going into. Don't just say, unless you want to go into fashion designing because you want to be making your dresses by yourself. Maybe you feel like tailors are calling. You should also remember that prices in the market are expensive. Oh. Ordinary zip, if you are a normal zip now should be around 150 200 naira, a normal zip. So if you feel like okay ready made is expensive, for tailor to make a dress too is expensive, because tailor go chop, tailor go buy medicine at least for the pain for the back. So if you feel say the tailor dey call price, go and buy it, go and learn, and make dresses for yourself, make dresses for your kids, is okay. But if you're going into this fashion business, this fashion designing for business, if you're going into fashion designing because at the end of the day you want to be making money out of it, then you need to understand it first before you go into it. At least in a month, I am new into this area, and I know that in a month I make about 2 to 3 dresses. Yes, and I am happy, I am glad about that. In a month I make about 2 to 3 dresses, and this fashion designing is a very good job. Tailoring is a very good job. Don't let anybody discourage you. Don't be discouraged, okay? But it is very taxing. It is not easy to be a fashion designer. Look at my hair. Your hair will be bushy. You are going to have back pains. Sometimes your brain wants to explode. You are going to be familiar with calculation. Yes. Let's imagine that you want to cut a dress and your boss now is, let's just say your boss is, let me use a number that I'll be familiar with, I'm good in twos. Your boss is 28 and you now want to do 28 into 2 and into 2. That's 28 divided by 4 into 2 into 2 into 2 will give you 14, into 2 will give you 7. 14 into 2 will now give you 7. So let's just assume that you're not even good with calculation. Will you now be putting calculator everywhere you go, everywhere you go? That time when you use a press calculator, you don't use it and measure the clothes. So it's very taxing. It's very taxing. And there are some simple measurements you need to understand even after you've gone for your training. There are some measurements that you just need to store on your head. You need to be familiar with your armhole measurements, how to get your darks, how to get your half length, how to get your underbust, your bust points, your hip measurements, how to get those things. You need to be familiar with things like that, just in case your customer is not here, is not present for you to measure. Your customer is far away and the customer just sends some measurement or just tell you, okay, I'm size this. To an extent, you should be able to know that this is what the half length should look like. So if you are currently learning, there are questions that you need to ask. Your boss might be tired that you're asking too much questions, but keep asking them. Keep asking them. I'm just going to stay up here for like 30 minutes, and after that I'll end the live. At least I want to believe that I'm being able to pass one or two to you guys. Yeah. So do we have any questions, guys? Do we have any question? Then as a tailor, you need to know your field. That's also one of the important key points. You need to know your field. What are you good in? No be all the work wey dem bring come you go collect. There are some jobs that you should not, you should say, okay, I don't want to do this. If you are not a bidder, don't bid. You put yourself in unnecessary stress. Give the job to the people that are doing it. If you are not somebody that sews wedding dress, don't give it a try. You can practice, you can just have a field. Even if you want to give it a try, let people know you that if I want to sew anything corset, I will go to her. That's what I mean. If I want to sew anything ready to wear, I will go to her. So I think that's all.